There was some display of that right there. And Goodwin. Oh, what a kick! Oh, man. There's another one. I'll tell you what. Chris Goodwin went already off to a good start here in this matchup. Now he sends Juvy into the turnbuckle. Ow! What a clothesline. Man, I'll tell you what. Chris Goodwin has made a name for himself elsewhere. But he can make a name for himself very quickly here in BYU. But just like that of the scam artist to take a shortcut. Just like him. Oh, look at this arrogance. He's trying to pin him with his boot. But only gets a 2 count. You're not going to beat someone that easy, Juvy. I don't give a crap who you are. Torpedoes him right into the turnbuckle. Obviously, Juvy does not want to be embarrassed or is here tonight by an up-and-comer. By a new entry. But you got to remember, for a couple weeks ago, he was embarrassed by MT Wallet in a non-title match. Which is how MT Wallet got a shot at the belt in the first place. And Goodwin. Goodwin just started out like a firecracker and he still hasn't stopped his momentum. I don't want to overhype anybody, but Goodwin drops the elbow on Juvy. I think he actually has a chance of beating the scam artist here. He's gonna go for it. No, only a 2 count. Oh, another shot. Of course, Chris Goodwin, and a master of these various... Oh, wait a minute! Super kick! What a super kick!
Rope break.
He might... if he were just a few feet away from the ropes, he may have gotten the win in this match. And now he's going to put him up here. Oh, what a suplex. And now Goodwin going to attempt another trip in the air. That elbow landed square in the gut. And now he's going to go for it. He might have it. 2. No, 2 count. And Goodwin's getting a little frustrated, which is not what you want to do when you're on the big stage. And snapping the neck back by the scam artist. And look at this arrogance. And he just drops the elbow on him. And look at that. Who the hell does he think he is? Is Scott Steiner doing that shit? And Juvy looks a little winded though. I'm not surprised that early assault from Goodwin has taken a lot out of him. The world champion was not expecting something like that to come out of an up-and-comer. He was just expecting a warm-up match. But wait a minute! Oh! Nice move there by the scam artist. Just don't give him that much. And Juvy, he's gonna fly here. He hits the frog splash. Oh, but too close to the ropes, right there. That time, Juvy got screwed out of a win. And man, but wait a minute, Juvy RKO! RKO! There's the RKO! And he may have just slayed this young kid right here. There, Juvy goes for it. There's 2. There's 3. Damn! And the scam artist gets another win here on Overdrive. But even he can't admit that it was an easy matchup. And if he tries to tell you that, he's just a delusional ass crack. I think Goodwin may have had him on a few occasions, but tonight was Juvy's night. We got more to come, so stay with us. Overdrive will be back. Back here live, and wait a minute, Rob Darby backstage. backstage with Big D. Oh! Extreme Rules match. He's picked Big D. Oh! Big D accepts! Oh, and it is on! Okay, this Rob Darby situation is getting real interesting. Because as you know, he is the hardcore champion, but apparently now, by order of the board of directors, he's now the GM of an Extreme brand. And now he's claiming his extremists will show up at the Royal Showdown as we see David the Ghetto Kid coming back out here. And as you just saw moments ago, he was backstage and he was, excuse me, he was backstage and he just challenged Big D. He told him he selected him as the opponent for one of his extremists at Royal Showdown. And Big D says, "You're on. I'm gonna make one of your boys eat my dog." So man, that's going to be huge, and we understand that Rob Darby will be on Aftershock this week to do almost the same thing. Anyway, we just saw David the Ghetto Kid who planted Mel earlier in the evening, and that was awesome. And now we see Sypher, that yellow streak-bearing coward, making his way out here. And this is proof right here he's become such a suck-up to Juvy. He, just like Anarchy, changed his entrance music to Juvy's old theme. I cannot believe that. In case you're wondering, that's You Better Fear Me by the Deleted. It was on the soundtrack for Yu-Gi-Oh! The Pyramid of Light. I actually saw that movie once or twice. It was okay. It was okay. I mean, the whole movie was just like Yugi and Seto Kaiba's duel. And like just some point before Kaiba had acquired the Pyramid of Light. I mean, Anubis only didn't show up until 20 minutes before the end as this thing gets underway. And I'll try to concentrate on the match. Big spin kick by Sypher, who I've already vented enough of my frustration on. So I'm just gonna try to call this damn match. And of course, I forgot to mention this, but this is a Royal Showdown tournament match. Whoever wins this will go on to the mega event and face off against either Ashley Dunn, the North American champion, or Donovan Griffin, who will be coming out here next for our main event. And Sypher with that lock, that's gonna wear down David the Ghetto Kid substantially. And oh, big kick right there. Yeah, as this matchup goes on, I've been a little disappointed with what's been going on in sports lately. Sypher with an armbar. I mean, of course, there's the NBA playoffs. The Lakers and the Spurs, I think, and the Pistons and the Celtics, I think. Four most overrated teams there were this season. And then, of course, there's a lot of bullshit going on in the NFL. Something about the administration and the players union backing out, opting out on one of their agreements. And I certainly hope this isn't like what happened with the NHL lockout out a couple years ago. As David with a pinfall right here, it only gets a 2 count. Now, it's like I once said previously, I'm not a sports buff. I'm not really an expert, but there are a couple guys I actually actively talk to about sports. As David with a moonsault just plants Sypher. I mean, Hawkins knows quite a bit about sports. As Donovan Griffin knows a lot about sports. We actually know him personally. And Sypher right now. And if anything's been going on in the UFC, I haven't been able to follow it. And Sypher's going for a trio of power bombs here. And it's funny I mentioned UFC because Sypher kind of wrestles like a UFC style, you know what I'm saying? And with those submission holds and those vicious striking moves he does. But as he's demonstrating right here, he knows a lot of wrestling moves.